hour in the water, biggest fish in the lake, so I am so made up with this.
$42.10. Nice. 42.10.
Rods have only been out there about an hour, and I've managed to go and catch the biggest fish in Pads Lake, the fish known as ray fish, £42.10. So as you can imagine, I'm absolutely buzzing with this, and thank you very much, James, for netting duties. He's the man. Sean's around here. I'm absolutely buzzing, but what an absolutely mega fish. What a big chunk. Let's turn around. So yeah, once again, I literally got here. I was very disheartened by the swim I got, because I come out 5th in the draw, and hour in the water, biggest fish in the lake, so I am so made up with this. Let's get you back. Thank you very much, mate. You've absolutely made my weekend. Oh. Mega. Yeah. Yes. Right, welcome back to Carp Vault TV, guys. Now we're down here at Pads Lake on Yately complex. As you had just seen before, I've managed to have a £42.10 mirror. Now I believe it's a fish known as rays fish. So we got down this morning and drew for pegs. I came out last in the draw, so 5 out of 5. So I ended up getting the swim that no one else wanted, and I didn't really fancy it, if I'm being totally honest. But got on with it, came up, put a couple of rods out, found some spots and on this right hand side, the rod that went, I managed to find a nice little opening of about 2-3 foot. And it's pretty much the only sort of clear area I found up here. After looking about, it weren't really too much. There's a lot of either really high weed at maybe 2-3 foot, considering it's a shallow lake, there's quite a lot, to some really low lying weed. And obviously I'd rather present on a clear area, we all would. So I sort of looked around, managed to find this hole, and I've put probably a couple of handfuls of cremino pellet on it, and about, I'd say 10-15 Royal Marine boilies. Fished a multi-hinge rig over the top with a Baitworks Heaven pop-up, which has been soaked for a pretty long time in our Just Peachy pot shop. So hopefully we can have a few more. I did take a while to get the rod back out. I just sort of chilled out, really had a chat with a few mates, got on the phone. But yeah, everything's good. It's a good start to the weekend. Hopefully it'll continue, hopefully we'll have a few more, but it don't really matter. Hopefully the boys can have a few now, and it ends up being a good session. Right guys, just a little update. It's going to be dark any time now really, but next 20 minutes I think we're going to be a pitch black, so I thought I'll give you a little update. Rods are all out on the money. Got all rods fishing stiff hinged rigs, multi-hinge, over the top of some Royal Marine boilies and a bit of cremino pellet. Hopefully the night brings us another fish. Fingers crossed. But hopefully we'll show you a fish in the night. If not, catch up with you in the morning. Cheers guys, night. Right, it's day 2 here on Yately Pads Lake. and just giving you a little update on what's going on. Absolutely nothing's going on. It's been dead as a dodo since that fish yesterday. So still continuing, still carrying on the same process. What I've done worked. I can't really see any need to change. So pretty much yesterday we got a major downfall of rain, thunder, lightning, and after a little bit of food and some drink, we retired to the bivvies and were stuck in there. So Carl down on the other end of the lake, he managed a small common in the early hours, but that's it. So we've had 2 fish out. There's 5 of us on the lake. So it's not fishing easy, but little lakes like this, I don't think they do tend to. I think the fish know that we're here, like straight away. As soon as we get on the lake, they know they're being fished for, and they put their guards up. You can sort of tell this by when you look at the activity. The fish are moving around, pretty crazy really. They're not staying in any one area. That 1 minute they're showing, moving around the upper layers down the other end, then they're up here, and they're moving around in little pods, little groups. So that sort of tells you they're not too settled in one area. They're getting away from, trying to get away from us lot. Can't blame them. Yeah, so other than them 2 occurrences, we ain't really had too much more. I had the righting rod that done the fish, that pulled up tight about a couple of hours ago, tucked into it and nothing there. So I was pretty sharp about getting that back out on the spot. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we might manage to get something still. We still got less than 24 hours now. We've only got what, 17, 18 hours left here, and then we'll be out of here. I mean, I'm happy either way. What I've had has pretty much made my session, but it would be nice for the group to have some more fish. Now, I might as well take this opportunity now to show you through the bait that I was using and what I had the fish on. So, first of all, we've got my ever faithful Creamino, but this is the pellet. So I'll put a good little bit of pellet out there. Mainly that was to keep them grubbing around on the area. And I think that is a good choice with the way it is at the moment, where they're just moving. You can try and get the fish to the area and just keep them there as long as you possibly can, grabbing on bits and pieces. And then I'll put a few boilies out. So these are the Royal Marine by Baitworks in freezer foam. So a freezer bait rather than shelf life. They're a good staple year-round bait, the Royal Marine. So if you do tend to use the more fish meal style of baits, then Royal Marine is a really good shout for that. It's got that hint of scent from hell in there, which we know catches fish all over. So having that in there might be an extra good bit of attraction. But yeah, it really works. Usually I'll take my Creamino boilies everywhere, and that's usually what I'd fish. But after sort of doing a little bit of looking into pads, the fishy sort of style of baits, fish meal, etc., they do tend to be favoured. So I thought I'm gonna have to jump on that train a little bit. So I'll update you in a little while, guys. Hopefully one of the boys or myself will have another fish and we'll get that on camera. But I've got to say, it is a beautiful little lake down here. It really is nice. Right, good evening, guys. It's just coming into what, the last knockings of light probably now. So I'm making use of the daylight that I've got left. But something I never ever talk about on my vlogs is my mainline. So primarily I will use Calder touchdown for 90% of my fishing. It's never let me down. It's the one line I can honestly say that's been on my reels that just does everything I've always needed it to do. So I've never had a reason to change. I've tried other lines in the past just because people tell me they're the next best thing, and they never are. Never. I'm not going to go bashing other lines and saying which ones they were. You got to try new lines to make up your mind on which one's for you. But yeah, Touchdown, always been good. Before Touchdown was out, I used to use Subline, another fantastic line by Calder. Low stretch, never had a fish snap me up, never had it break. If you could come up with maybe one downside, it coils up a little bit, I can take that for all the plus sides that it gives. So, on that note of me saying I never try new lines much, a friend of mine sent me down a line that he thought I might like, and I decided to stick it on my reels and give it a go for this session. So I thought I'd show you, as I don't ever really cover mainline, so I thought let's have a chat about that. It's something that we can look at, it's new, but it's by a company called Katran fishing line this is. They do a range of hook links, line, a few tackle bits, and apparently they're really big around the Europe, so a lot of the Eastern European anglers use them. But this is a line called Crypton. Now, it's called a chameleon colour. So, and it's true, as you look at the line, give you a close up of it. It has got like a green, orange and red tinge to the line. Now, this line reacts to blue light. A certain blue light spectrum at night causes this to glow, not grow. Line don't grow, but it's hence the name Crypton. So when it's pitch black, or even that sort of early dark of the evening, it tends to glow up like a bright, luminous yellow green colour. It's pitch black, you get a screaming take, you're playing a fish at night. Yeah, we've got a red torch, we can generally see the top of the rods at night, but I'm not doing that. That's me playing a fish, an imaginary one. But you're looking up and you're looking at your line, you can't always see that direction. I don't care what you say, as good as your red torch is, you're looking up and you're straining your eyes, you're going, oh. But with this stuff, when it glows up on the end of the rod tips, you can have a lot better chance of seeing that. And in the daytime, it camouflages to the bottom lovely. I checked this myself, I went over, I put the line laid down in the margins, and it really does blend in well with the bottom. So I'm going to trial this. I'm going to trial this for probably about a couple of months fishing, hopefully. Hopefully it will last out that for me, and we'll see how we get on. It does look mega cool at night. You got this little blue headlamp, you just shine it at it and it glows up like a beacon. It doesn't glow up like that unless you use the blue head torch. It looks like a totally normal line with a break in the colour, obviously chameleon. And to be fair, I'm pretty excited about using it, which is, all the other lines on the market that I've used have been just fishing line. Obviously they're made for a purpose, to catch fish, to be strong, or in certain cases buy lines that snap on casts. We're not going to go bad mouth in other lines, no way. But I've had some terrible main lines in the past, hence I stick to my Calder Touchdown usually. But my friend definitely convinced me that this stuff's worth a go, and I trust them. So that's me done. It's time to get on the road now. Just packed up pretty much all the gear, tiny little bit to go, and I've got about 15 minutes till I've got to be off. So I stretched out the time right to the last minute. I thought something might happen, but everything's just fallen a bit dead. I think the fish know they're being fished for, and they're pretty much switched off. So we've had 4 fish out this session between the 5 of us. I had the 40 pounder. James had a nice 24 next door in the next swim. And then Carl down the bottom side of the lake, he had 2 commons at a low 20 mark. So it's not fished his pants off, but a few fish have been out, so we can go home pretty happy. And hopefully next time I come to the Yately Pads Lake, there'll be a bit more in the action. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Please don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel. We've got a lot more content coming up. So thanks a lot, guys, and I'll see you again. Thanks.